Alright, hey friends, what's happening? Thought I'd do a video for you today. Talk a little bit about my picking technique. The bass that I'm playing, this is like a really weird Fender copy, old one. It's a 32 scale P bass with a single jazz bass pickup in it. Unknown brand, very weird and very cool. 32 scale. It's strung with flat wound strings. Okay. The thing I wanted to talk to you about today is this triplet picking. It's like putting that little double in there. It enables you to put that little fast, put triplets in there. You know? You can also do it dragging across the strings. You know, doing a backwards rig. Or a forward rig. So basically I'm just trying to make a my picking sound like rhythmically as complex as my fingerstyle playing. It's just super articulate when you do it with a pick, you know. So, and you know, I don't care what anybody says. Playing with a pick, especially on a P bass with flats, that's one of the best bass guitar sounds there is. So, you know, mess around with it. I believe that. Hang on, we'll let this person with no muffler drive by. I got the windows open. It's got something that's going to really benefit your playing, and I promise you, there's going to come a day when it's going to be the perfect solution to making a track be better, whether it be in the studio or whether it be on the bandstand. Having some pick, I started playing with a pick when I started playing bass in 1982, and for that first several years I played with a pick and my fingers equally. I had a good teacher back then, and you know, I went to him in my first 3 or 4 years of taking lessons with a lot of questions. You know, should I play with a pick or should I play with my fingers? Because some people say I'm supposed to play with my fingers, and he would say, you need to be able to play with both. Good. And then I would hear somebody slapping the bass or whatever, Louis Johnson or Larry Graham, and I'd come in and say, what about slap bass? Is it cool to slap the bass? Should I be, or, you know, thumping and plucking? Should I, you know, do that? He said, yeah, you need to be able to do that. You also need to be able to walk the bass, and you need to be able to play with your fingers, with a pick, and you need to know how to play all the styles. Good. If you do that, you'll never get sick of playing, because you'll always have a huge variety of opportunities to play, lots of different gigs to do, and lots of different genres and bands to play with. And if you're good at it all and you love it all, you'll never get sick of playing. And damn, if he was not 100% accurate. I've spent 40 years trying to my best to follow that advice that I got when I was 12 years old, and it has served me incredibly well. I love playing bass as much now as I did when I was a kid, and you know, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I've been all over the world playing the bass, and I've made most of my living from it as an adult for my whole adult life. A sustainable, decent living with the bass. One way or another, it has to do with bass. I attribute that mostly to the kind of mentorship that I had when I was a kid, and the encouragement to be versatile, to appreciate all different kinds of music and understand the bags, learn and understand the bags. When I say bags, I mean the defining characteristics of all different styles. What makes 50s rock and roll sound like it sounds like? What makes the New Orleans thing feel and sound like it does? You know, be able to swing and know what it really feels like and what it really means to be able to swing. Be able to be funky. Be able to rock out and pound out eighth notes with ferocity and love it. Be able to play AC/DC right. Play AC/DC correctly with the right amount of attitude and rock and roll spirit. You name it. Rush, Iron Maiden, Willie Weeks, all the greats, Willie Dixon, Chuck Rainey, Larry Graham, Bootsy Collins. They all have different flavor and style and personality. You take all those different influences and learn a little bit about them and the defining characteristics of each of all those great players and those different styles of music, and then kind of put it in a pot and stir it up, and you end up with your own style. It's a little bit of everything. That's certainly what I've done. And a big part of it has been playing with the pick. So I encourage you to get a P bass of some sort, or a jazz bass, whatever really. Put some some nice stiff flat wound strings on it, and get some technique going where you're playing it with a pick. You'll be glad you did. All right, friends, peace.